At last, I managed to make it to the square. There was no Lenin on an armored car, though one could easily expected something like that after all this has happened. 12. Instead, however, a monument to a certain comrade towered in the middle of the square. The letters on the pedestal read Genda. I'm Bueno. Thank you for the 5 months, man. I appreciate it. Also, Booba. Nice. Must be some big figure in the party. There were some small benches at the sides. I read that as bitches. It's quite pleasant here. Where did that girl go? That girl tell me to go? Sorry. To the left. Get to the statue. Go left. To the left or the right? To the left or the right? To the left or the right? And why am I going to go there anyway? Alright, decided to pretend to be normal. So, to the right. No, that's the wrong fucking way. That's the wrong way. You fucking moron. Through a small grove. I came out at a pier. Oh, that's cozy. I must have taken a wrong turn. Hey, wrong way. I turned towards the voice. The first girl stood before me. Why the porno music? Now, what did I tell you? Take a left at the square, wasn't it? She had changed from a pioneer uniform into a bikini. That's a good observation, Seaman. Oh, I still haven't introduced myself. My name is Slavia. Actually, my full name's Slavanya, but everyone calls me Slavia. I'm going to turn it down a tiny bit, chat. It's a little loud. Okay. Yeah. I still felt a bit confused, so I could not come up with more meaningful answers. And what's your name? It felt like she could see right through me. Imagine if she walked up and saw me dressed like this. Seaman. Nice to meet you, Seaman. Alright, I'm almost done here. Alright, I read that. Could you wait here a minute? I'm going to go change and we'll go to the Olga Dmitrievna together. Agreed? Agreed. After this exchange, she ran off. I sat on the pier and let my feet hang into the water. I need to roleplay that. Fuck. I can't do it. I was wearing heavy winter boots, but in such weather, there was really nothing wrong in getting my feet wet. Furthermore, it would let me cool myself a little. Looking at the water, I was brainstorming and processing everything that has happened. Is this some kind of conspiracy? It's a weird one, even too friendly at times. No, it really looks more like a random event. Some entirely incomprehensible random event. Shall we go? Can I just call her slave? Can I just call her slave? Slavia sounds... Yeah. Seaman... No? Okay. Slavia was standing beside me, dressed in the pioneer uniform again. Let's go. I've been here a very short time, but all the people I've met, she looks the least suspicious. However, this fact is already suspicious itself. Sus. We walk to the square. The USSR girl and the girl who hit me on the back were there chasing each other. Is this some kind of game they're playing? Chat, why is everyone naked? Is it just a camp full of girls? Thank you for the bits. Olyana! Did I say that right? Enough running. I'll tell everything to Olga Dmitrievna. Yes, almost. Oh, cool. Sick. I like that. Hang on, let me change my, there we go. Sorry. Aye, Captain. Okay, so the little lolly is a fucking, his name is Olvanya or whatever. I decided not to question Slavia for a while about what was going on, all the local residents. Better meet with this mysterious Olga Dmitrievna first. Sounds like she's the boss here. We walk past the rows of almost identical cabins, some of which look like fat beer barrels, while others look more like household sheds. Finally, Slavia stopped in front of the smallish one-story cabin. This is her house? It's a fucking pyramid! Say Olga? Olga. Olga? Olga sounds like an ugly old woman. With warts on her face. Olga sounds like the evil witch out of a Disney movie. It looked like an artist painting. The faded paint, chipping here and there with age, was sparkling in the sun. The window shutters, slightly ajar, were swaying almost unnoticeably in the wind, and huge lilac bushes were growing out the sides. It seems that this ramshackle hut was drowning in a storm of purple silk, and the lilacs, like some elemental force, were inexorably... What the fuck is that word? I'm English and I don't understand that. Destroying the troop leader's house. What are you standing around for? Let's go. Slavia snapped me out of my daydream. And stop teasing Lenya already. Renya! Oh, it's already over. Fuck. Never mind. Sounds like there's someone inside. Indeed, a moment later, the door swung open. And Olga ran out and dashed past me with the same mischievous grin. The pigtail girl came out next. Don't let it bother you, Lena. So her name is Lena. Gotta be thankful it's not Rena, at least. Who? But I don't. Instead of finishing her sentence, she blushed and quickly headed towards the square. Why is this girl blushing at me? Why is she blushing? What up, Badger? Why is she blushing at me? She in love with me or some shit? You're nice? I wish I didn't have to speak to her. For some reason, I felt like turning over and following her eyes with my eyes. But Slavia said, come. Okay. We entered the cabin. What the fuck is this painting? I need to show you. What is this? Chat, what the fuck is this? What the hell is that? Phantomas. Who the fuck is that? Okay. Inside it looks similar to what I'd imagined. 2 beds, a table, a couple of chairs, a simple carpet on the floor, and a wardrobe. Nothing special, but at the same time it felt home-like and cozy. Although this room was almost in the same state of disorder as my own flat. I see a bra. God damn it. The girl standing near the window appeared to be about 25 years old. Let's go! She's 25! She's 25! Oh my god. Mommy! Oh, hola, mami! The girl standing in the window appeared to be about 25 years old. Nature had obviously gifted her with a pretty face and a good body. What a fucked up observation to make. At least one thing can keep you happy in this pandemonium. The locals are beautiful. You're finally here. Excellent. I'm Olga. I'm the camp leader. Nice to meet you. I'm Seaman. I decided to talk as if I wasn't surprised by anything that was going on. Thank you, chap. Thank you. She came closer. Back the fuck off. We've been expecting you since early morning. You've been expecting me? Yes, of course. And when does the next bus come? And why do you need it? Yeah, right. Why would I need it? Guess I shouldn't ask direct questions. The people here seem to react to them quite unlike how I'd prefer. And I doubt I'd get any answers. No reason. Just curious. By the way, where are we exactly? Or mailing address, I mean. I wanted to send a letter to my parents to tell them I got here fine. For some reason, I had the desperate idea that if I played along, I would find something out. Oh, but your parents called just half an hour ago. Sent their regards to you. What? Now that's a surprise. Team cum leader. Nice. So can I call them? Because I forgot to tell them something before I left. No. What kind of cult is this? You can't fuck Olga? I just need a minute. She gave me a sweet, spontaneous smile. Why not? Yeah, why not, Travis? We don't have a phone here. ... Then how could my parents make a call to here? I just came back from the district central town. I talked with them there. You need a mod? I don't have the mod. Ah, so that's how it is. And can I somehow get to the town? No. She kept the same smile. Why not? Because the next bus only comes in a week. 1 week? I have to spend a week with this bitch? I decided not to inquire how the troop leader managed to get there and back. I would not answer anyway. I have to spend a week with these psychopath girls? Dog, I'm gonna die. I'm actually gonna die. All this time, Slavia was sitting next to me and seemed to find nothing odd in our conversation. Oh, we need to find a uniform for you. I've got absolutely no desire to put on a Pioneer shorts or to wear the ridiculous red... I don't know how to say that. However, wearing winter clothes in summer isn't a great idea either. Right, thank you. That's not... I don't want to read that out. I wonder if I'm the only one here who finds it strange that someone's wearing a coat and winter boots in such heat. Rightio, I'll be off then, and you can get yourself acquainted with the camp. There's not only girls, there's men. Don't forget to come to dinner in the evening. Having said that, she walked out of the cabin. No, walked is not the right word. She rushed out. It's just me and Slavia. I ended up alone with Slavia. I must go too. Got things to do. Take a walk, look around the camp a bit. Fuck! See you in the evening. If there is no threat or catch to this, then reality, as embodied by Slavia, becomes more and more appealing. For the first time today, I realized that it was awfully hot here. Although, obviously, my winter clothes were to blame for that. I took off my coat and dropped it onto the bed. My pullover followed it. I was now wearing only the shirt. That's much better. All I could do now was follow their advice and go look around the camp. I'll try to find something out in the meantime. Okay. Everything's going quite well. Passing the local residential district, I saw a Pioneer guy coming my way. A dude? Hey, yo! It's my homeboy. And it was really a Pioneer guy, not a Pioneer girl. Apparently there were men even in the kingdom of Amazons. Hello, you are new here. You must be seaman, right? Yo, what up, bro? And how do you... Oh, God, why is he winking at me? Why is he winking at me? Everyone knows already. I'm electronic. The real one. You can call me that. This motherfucker's name is Electronic. This motherfucker's parents shut out this kid and said to themselves, let's call him Electronics. He looks like XQC. Yeah, he legitimately looks like XQC. Look at this. This motherfucker just looks like XQC. Tiny Terror, thank the 150 bits. He literally just looks like XQC. Electronic was a robot character appearing in a popular Soviet film and book series. He looked like an exact copy of the school kid called Sergei Cheesekov. This motherfucker was called Cheese? Electronic, the real one. Things are going from crazy to completely insane. I'm turning down the music again. Sorry. All right. How do I say this, chat? Oljana? Why do you have PvP tag? I don't know. Also calls me cheesy. Uliana. Cheesy? On toast with mushrooms? Because my last name is Cheesekov. I see. Let me show you around. I accepted his offer as if it would have taken much longer to get to know this place alone. Fine. Let's go. Sick. We ended up at the square again. Oh, I went back. We ended up at the square again. Time warp. As if this place was all there is to this camp. Lena was sitting on one of the benches reading some book. Electronic confidently approached her. Are these two fucking? Hello, Lena. Meet the new guy, Seaman. He started briskly. Hello. Well, you could say we've already met in a way. Yes. She looked away from the book for a moment, glanced at me, blushed, and went back to reading, as if not noticing that we were still here. Alright, let's go on. Why is... She's so weird. She's so fucking weird. I was at first surprised that meeting this girl was reduced to a couple of words, but then I thought that it was better that way. Electronic's vigorous activity did not fit well with Lena's shyness. Let's go. What the fuck is this crack house? Next we came to a building which I instantly identified as a canteen. Or canteen, same thing. And this here. This is where you consume organic food. Yeah, something like that. Oh my fucking god, not this girl again. On the canteen's porch stood the unfriendly girl who hit me in the back earlier. At the sight of her, my joking mood vanished in the blink of an eye. This is Dom Mummy, right? This girl's like dominant, yeah? She wants to like beat the fuck out of me, yeah? And like step on my balls? A tsundere. A tsundere? Yeah, that one. Really now, it's not the best time to be pulling this guy's leg, even though he is quite hilarious. First, I need to figure out what's what here, or at least where I am. Her over there, that's Elisa Davachevskaya. Be careful around her. Alice? Oh, okay, Alice. Alice. He spoke in a whisper. Don't ever risk calling her Davache. She doesn't like that. What did you say? Oh, God! What did you call me? Ayo! She must have heard him. In the blink of an eye, Elisa jumped down from the porch and dashed towards us. Alright, you'll manage from here onwards. Electronic took to his heels. Run after him or do nothing. We do nothing. Elisa running past, stopped for a moment and growled. She's a furry? I'll deal with you later. Deal with me? What did I do wrong? I added a forced guilty smile to my words. But what am I guilty of, huh? She made no reply and carried on tracing Electronic. I would have beaten the shit out of her anyway. What's she gonna do? Looks like I'll have to kill time. I thought they said kill her. Looks like I'll have to kill her time alone waiting for dinner. Jesus Christ. I decided to go east. At least in the direction where east would be in my world. Oh, football. Soon after I found myself near a football pitch. Oh my god, Empy, behind you. Oh no. That's crazy, Steve. I seem to have dropped my ocarina. That's terrible. I'll just go and pick it up. No, I can't. I legitimately cannot. I can't. My ass is hanging out. A game was in full swing there. I guess waiting for a bit wouldn't do any harm. I literally will get banned. In my childhood and teen years, I was not a bad player myself and even thought of going professional. But a few injuries in a row killed my desire to risk my health for the sake of uncertain chance in the game. Kids of different ages were running around the pitch. I could see a boy of about 10 and a girl of about 14 years old. A girl. Is this guy a pervert? A girl. Hey, that's Alyana. Alright, so she plays football. What's so surprising? She seems restless one after all. I was sitting quite far from the pitch, but she still noticed me. This girl is so young. Hey, you. Alyana shouted. Want to play? I didn't know how to answer. No, I don't. No. No, I fucking don't. No, I don't fucking think so. No, I don't think so. I didn't know how to answer. On the one hand, running around for 10 minutes is no big deal. On the other hand, any wrong move in this situation could be my final one. She's not going to kill me. She's a literal child. But in my case, my attire wasn't suitable for this weather. If I played in winter boots and warm jeans, I would sweat like a pig. And playing barefoot without jeans would simply be unethical. Maybe another time, alright? I shouted in response, turning around and walked back. Thank fuck. Followed by Olyana's screams about my pants or about me being a pansy or something like that. She called me a fucking pussy? I hate children. I fucking hate children. I absolutely hate children. I hate children. I'm sorry, I hate children. I do not like children, chat. Young kids annoy me. They annoy me a lot. I can't handle them, man. They're just so annoying. Evening was falling, making me feel tired and empty after a day wasted with no real purpose. I mean, you are a pussy, if that makes sense. I am not a pussy. I'm actually a giga, Chad. I came back to the square, sat down on a bench, and gave an exhausted sigh. I better sit here and wait for dinner. After all, it's easier to search for answers when you're not hungry. They do give food to the people here, right? You know, it's curious how the simplest human needs can break the will to ponder on things to strive for something similar. This guy's, like, smart. For example, I feel hungry now. So I care much less about where I am or what is going to happen to me. Do you cosplay as Stoffel? I am right now, yeah. I mean, I don't have the wig. Could great people also be affected by this? And in that case, how did Spartacus start the slave uprising in ancient times? What normal human being is just sitting there thinking to himself, man, I'm hungry. I wonder how Spartacus started the slave uprising in ancient times. Like, where is the thought process for that? How do you go from one extreme to the other? There's no way. I can only conclude that I'm not a great person, clearly. And it does not really matter what mechanism I serve as a gear in society, the Matrix, or yeah. My thoughts were interrupted by the sound of bells chiming from a loudspeaker on a light pole. It must be the dinner call. I headed towards the canteen. It was a good thing that now I knew where it was. Olga was there, standing on the porch. Oh my god. Hola, mommy. I stopped and looked closely at her. As if I was expecting something. She looked at me back for a while, but the last came closer. Seaman, what are you waiting for? Come in already! Guess nothing bad can happen if I go with her. My stomach backed me up here. Oh shit, there's a lot of kids at the camp. And like, people and shit. The two of us went inside. The canteen looked like a canteen. Yeah, no shit. I had a chance to visit a factory canteen at some point in my life. This one was exactly the same, but a bit cleaner and more modern. Metal chairs and tables, glazed tiles on the walls and the floor, unsophisticated tableware with the occasional crack. Guess that's what a canteen in a pioneer camp's supposed to look like. I'm just so happy that this girl is 25, okay? Seaman, wait a moment. We'll find you a place to sit. She looked around the place. Hold it right there. Oh, she's shouting at Alice. Olga shouted at Elisa, sorry. Oh, Alice, who was passing by. What? What's up with your clothes? Anything wrong with them? Indeed, her attire looks somewhat provocative. Get your uniform nice and neat. Right now, Madge. All right. That's better. Alice got her shirt right and walked past, shooting an unpleasant glare at me. Why does she hate me so much? So where can we find you a place to sit? There wasn't a lot of free seats. Go over there next to Olyana. Yeah, it's fine. The food's already on the table too. I had no other choice but to accept. Oh my god, my throat. Of course, there was a probability that the cuts were poisoned with... What's Carrere, chat? The mashed potatoes generously seasoned with arsenic, and the glass filled with excellent antifreeze instead of compote. What is a compote? What is compote? Compote is a drink made of boiling fresh or dried fruit in a large amount of water. Compote in French. Ah. But it all looked so tasty that I had no chance to resist. I had to sit next to this fucking lolly thing. Do I really have to sit next to this thing, chat? Do I actually have to sit next to this annoying little twat? I just want to fucking punt her. Like with my fucking foot, I just want to kick her. Hey! Shut the fuck up. What do you want? I replied rather rudely to Olyana, who was sitting next to me. Why didn't you play football with us? Because I don't care. Because of my clothes. Said I pointed at the source of the problem. Yeah, you're the fucking source of the problem. Oh, alright then. Eat. However, there wasn't much left to eat. My cutlet was missing from my plate. Only she could have done it. No more precisely, none but Olna could have done it. Give me back my cutlet. In a big family, you snooze, you lose. It can cost you a cutlet if you were careless. Give it back, I'm telling you. Do we attempt to take the cutlet, or do we not attempt to take the cutlet? We attempt to take the cutlet back because that's my fucking food. I looked at her menacingly and was about to reach out my hand. See? I don't have it. And indeed, Olyana's plate was empty. It seemed that this little girl eats as fast as she steals someone's cutlet. Take it easy. We'll work something out now. She grabbed my plate and ran off. There was no point in following her. If they wanted to poison me here, they could have done it in a much easier way. About a minute later, Olyana returned and handed me a plate with a steaming hot cutlet on it. Oh! We got our food back! There's my compote. Here's one for the starving. Thanks. It was all I could say. I was so hungry that my suspicions were gone in a flash. I picked up the cutlet with my fork and... This fucking bitch. I have a fear of centipedes, IRL. I'm definitely scared of centipedes. What the? Some bug! No, not a bug. An insect. Same thing. It got legs and it's wiggling. The plate fell to the floor and broke into pieces. The chair hit me hard on my leg while falling. I've disliked insects since I was a child, but this was a creepy crawlies around in my plate. That's way too much. You little... Anya seemed right ready for such a twist and was already at the door, laughing as she just heard a fresh stand-up comedy joke. I dashed after her, pulled out my Glock, unloaded 2 clips. We ran out of the canteen. We were just a dozen meters apart, and I felt like I would catch this little girl easily. We ran through the square, past the club's house, and ran into the forest path. I started to gasp for breath. I should have quit smoking, I guess. Olyana passed out of the side of the next turn. It can't be true that she managed to get away from me. It simply can't. I stopped and tried to catch my breath again. Night was falling. Looks like I'm lost. It's a bad idea to stay in the woods at night. Better get back to the camp. However, I had absolutely no clue which way to go. Why are you saying he's unaware? You're scaring me. Well, gotta choose at random. Okay. Oh, no. I wandered for quite some time in the forest and even thought of crying for help, but finally I saw the camp's fence beyond the trees. Everything fell back into place. The bus is gone. Bum, bum, bum! I mumbled quietly. On the one hand, there was nothing strange about that. The bus couldn't just stay there forever. On the other hand, it meant there was someone driving, because buses do not drive themselves. That's a good observation. Or do they? This world seemed too normal, but every event here had at least two explanations for it. An ordinary, real, everyday explanation, and a surreal one. Certainly, the driver could have just been off for a snack and left too soon. That's why. In any case, that is not the place for me. Whether the bus drives itself or not was probably an important question. But it was much more important that I know how I had got here at all. And where this here was. The fields and the woods stretching towards the horizon had no answers. There was nothing familiar about them. Pardon me. ... A strange, odd, and alien world. However, at the same time, it was absolutely not frightening. Either my self-preservation instinct decided to resign from its job, or all this running around the camp and local pioneers had lulled me so much with their carefree normality that it was simply forgetting that what had happened to me a couple of hours ago. Why's my nipple itchy? Okay, we're good. Although I probably just had no strength left to worry. All I wanted was some peace, calmness. I wanted to just have a break from it all. And only after that I would continue looking for answers ready and reloaded. However, that would be some time later. And what about now? Can I allow myself to relax? Yes! It's nighttime now, you dumbass. It got completely dark. And in any case, it was better to spend the night in the camp. I was about to head back when someone came up silently from behind. Hello? What are you doing here so late? It was Slavia, standing before me. I was so surprised that I jumped. So you didn't catch Olna, did you? She smiled. I nodded disappointedly and smiled. No wonder. No one ever has. Yeah, she's a real rocket girl. She could have found a better use for her energy than looking for adventures. You must be hungry. You didn't manage to have dinner at all. Indeed, I had completely forgot about my hunger. But after these words of hers, my stomach drew attention to itself by giving a traitorous rumble. Slavia smiled. Let's go then. What, is the canteen still open? It's alright, I have the keys. The keys? Yes, I have the keys to all the facilities in this camp. How come? What up, Ficus? Well, I'm something like the camp's leader aide here. I see. Well, let's go. It was an offer you can't refuse. When we reached the square, Slavia stopped in her tracks. Excuse me, I should warn my roommates that I'll be late. She's so punctual herself that she'll be worried else otherwise. You go into the canteen and I'll come in a minute, alright? Alright. I really did not expect to find somebody aside from myself at such a late hour. And that somebody was apparently trying hopelessly to open the door. Without any secret thoughts, I walked up onto the porch. The lockpicker turned out to be Alice! Wait, hold the fuck up. I should have probably kept off and waited. She looked at me intently for a while, then said, "Don't just stand there. Give me a hand or something." Meaning? Help me open the door. Why? Because I want some buns and kefir. Dinner wasn't big enough. Is that really a good idea? Aren't you hungry yourself, huh? Aliana didn't let you have a normal dinner, did she? She smiled sarcastically. It's true. She didn't. It's fine. Slavia will come now and... What? Guess I shouldn't have said that. I'm off then. And you'll pay for this. You owe me 2 already. What the fuck did I do wrong? Having said that, Alice disappeared into the night. It's a milk product. Oh. And what was the first one? Slavy didn't keep me waiting for too long. Is everything alright? Yeah, why are you asking? No reason. It's nothing. It would be better if I didn't tell her about Alice. Everything's fine. I said that immediately, heard a note of dishonesty in my voice. Well, shall we go? As for Slavia, she seemed not to have noticed anything. Or at least she was pretending she hadn't. We entered the canteen. Wait, there's music. Wait a bit. I'll go get something. I sat down on a chair and obediently waited for my savior. She looks scuffed as fuck, chat. She looks like she was dropped on her head. No offense, man. No, it's not Russian. Oh, never mind. They're bots. It's bots. Yeah, I know. I can't do anything about it. It has to be mods. Nice. My dinner was simple. A few buns and a glass of kefir. No wonder. I bet Hungry Pioneers finished everything off. However, even that was far better than most of my usual diet. Slavia sat across the table and looked at me while I was eating. Is there something on my face? No, just... She smiled. So how did you like your first day in the camp? Well, I don't really know. It's silly to ask someone who suddenly found himself in a different reality whether he liked the food of the canteen, the camp leader, or his assigned hut. It's alright, you'll soon get used to it. Slavia stared out the window dreamily. Frankly speaking, I have no desire to get used to such things, but as for her, she doesn't know. Jesus Christ, the bots today are bad. Or at least she wants me to think that she doesn't. Well, all in all, it's nice here. I had to somehow break the awkward silence. Do you think so? She asked without any interest. Yeah, this place is so... I wanted to say retro, but I managed to hold that back. After all, it was retro for me, but what about them? It might be the only kind of life they knew. If the term life was applicable here at all. So how? She watched me closely, as if something important depended on my answer. Well, I don't know, lovely. Yeah, it's lovely here. I guess you're right. She smiled again. It's very good that you think so. Why? Well, not everybody likes it here. And what about you? Me? Yes. I love it here. It's great. Then you don't need to worry about what other people think. Well, I don't really worry. Slavia laughed. This conversation seemed to be leading me far astray from where I wanted to get to. Press the thing in the bits. And you're worried yourself? Really? Why do you say so? Well, when someone is chewing so intensely, I'm sorry. It's okay. I couldn't bring myself to be more cautious around this girl. But why her in particular? Why not the other local inhabitants? Every one of them looked completely normal to me. Every one of them. Just put mods. Put it in like 2-hour follower only mode or something. It's simple. That's all you gotta do. 2-hour follower only. And they can't type. They literally cannot type. That's all you gotta do. Easy. It's just some 10-year-old kid with a bot. It's fine. It's happened heaps before in the past. No, you don't need to do sub chat. You just need to do follow only. Or 3 hours, that works. There you go. Saved. Saved. Oh my god. Saved. Well done, mods. Well done. Victory. Every one of them look completely normal to me. Precisely normal, so normal it sends chill down my spines and into my marrow. Normal, not like a neighbor with a power drill in one hand and a subwoofer in the other. What is this conversation? Not like a passenger you can often meet in a subway or on a public transport. Not like a co-worker at the next table in an open plan office. And not like a few friends who only differ from other humans in his constant insistence. All of them look normal, as I would expect them to be with their own downside, but without any superpowers. Who recommended this game? Everyone from 89 Squad's fucking chats. And Slavia was also cute? I glanced at her stealthily, not knowing what to say. I'm sorry. I wanted to show you the camp, but was ran off my feet. And didn't miss anything while on my own, I guess. Are you sure you haven't missed anything at all? And she smiled so brightly that I had to drop my eyes in confusion. Well, how would I know? It's my first day here. Okay, where have you been so far? Seen so far, sorry. I've seen the square, the canteen, and the football field. And what about the beach? Just from afar. You really should go there. Or, let's do it together. Together? What? Yeah. Okay. We will. Her naturalness started to scare me. But then I thought, what if everything that happens here is how it's supposed to be in this world? Looks strange only to me, while for them it is normal? Maybe I was thrown into the past. Yes, that would explain a lot. This motherfucker only just figured out that he's in the past. This motherfucker only just figured that out? Is he thick? Can I ask a stupid question? No. Slavia smiled and stood up from the table. It's late. Can you find your way to Olga by yourself? Of course I can. But why should I go there? She'll settle you with someone. What for? Probably the question seems stupid because Slavia burst into a good-natured laughter. Ha 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 ha. You need to sleep somewhere, right? That makes sense. Fine, I'll be off then. Good night. Night. It's strange that she left in such a hurry. A bundle of keys left in the door locked my attention. I was going to catch her to Slavia, but where does she live? And knocking on every door during the middle of the night didn't seem like a bright idea. Okay. What the fuck do I do? Who recommended this game? Chat did. We put a vote out. I said Mario Kart or this game. 86% of chat chose this game. And I'm keeping to my promise and I'm playing it. Do we take the fucking keys or do we leave them, chat? I guess we take them? There's no issue with taking them, right? We can play Mario Kart another day. It's not an issue. Okay, we're gonna take the keys. I'd better take them. I'll give them back tomorrow because who knows what happened here at night. Such thoughts gave me chills. That's just chills. It's me who needs to be careful here in the first place. The night, though dark, wasn't silent at all. One could hear chirping crickets, the songs of the night birds, and rustling trees from everywhere. I'll play Mario Kart tomorrow. A sudden desire to follow Slavia's advice and go to the camp leader's cabin appeared. Oh, I didn't mean it. Whoa. My escape key came off. I don't know why, but the sight of the unknown bronze builder of communism put me in a constructive mood. Oh, a communist statue. I'm feeling constructive. I sat on the bench and started to recall everything that happened today. I sat on the... I read that. That was all my constructive mood could offer. Comrade? Wait, should I save my game? Oh, yeah, I should. Yeah, you're right. All right, let's save game here so that I don't lose my progress. Here was much brighter than near the canteen, and tardy pioneers were running by, so the place didn't seem scary at all. Bus, summer camp, girls. I was so tired from everything new, and strange that I could not come up with a single explanation from what was going on. I heard a barely noticeable rustle nearby. I shivered and looked in that direction. A girl? Reading a book. Not this girl, man. Not Lena. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Nanestia. I don't know if I butchered your name. I decided to move closer and talk. She was the only new person I met here without exchanging even a few words. Hi. What are you reading? Lena was so surprised that she even jumped. Is it not Lena? Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Never mind. She blushed and stared at the book again. So what are you reading? On the cover was written, Gone with the Wind. Oh God. Okay, one option's gonna make me clap cheeks here and the other isn't, right? Praise the book or do we keep silent? Praise the book, keep silent. What would GigaChat do? What would GigaChat do in this situation? GigaChat would read, right? No, but GigaChat would read books, yeah? So he would be cultured. Don't be a pussy. Fuck. Okay, I hate making decisions. Praise the book, keep silent. Okay. Let's, we're gonna stare silently because she's awkward and it's gonna make her feel uncomfortable. We're gonna stare silently at her like this. Honestly speaking, I haven't read it, but I think that such literature suits her very well. Crows, thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate the 2 months sub. Much love, homie. Lena didn't seem to be interested in continuing the conversation. Well, if I'm bothering you... No. She answered while still looking at her book. Can I sit beside you for a while? Oh my God, this is getting cringe. Oh my God. Why? Why? And really, why? Maybe just because I was tired and having company is better than being alone? And maybe I wanted to try to find something out from her? Okay. I carefully examined Lena. And by that, what does that mean? Carefully examined. Like, what does that mean? Well, I don't know. I'm not allowed to. Feel free. But if I'm bothering you, no, you're not. I can leave, just say. Everything's alright. Why is my guy being such a pussy? Okay then. I sat on the end of the bench carefully. After such an intense talk, Staying here was the last thing I wanted. But it wouldn't be nice to just stand up and leave. That didn't really go well, huh? Lena hasn't answered anything. It seems I've made a fool out of myself. I bet if Olyana was here, she'd have a good laugh at me. Do you enjoy being here? I recalled the Slavia's question and thought it would be a good start for a conversation. Olyana? Hi, why are you so old? How old are you? 50 to 60 years? Hey, bitch. Hey, motherfucker. Hey, motherfucker. I'm close to 30. I'm 28. So I'm going to give you 30 minutes timeout for every year that I've been alive, bitch. There you go. Yes. How about that? I'm not 189 years old. She smiled slightly. I guess I like it too. Lena definitely isn't very sociable and probably can't carry on a meaningless conversation as easily as Slavia. But there is something about her that attracted attention. Like a momentary glimpse of a reflection in the glass of a rainy autumn evening, which makes you turn around and stare into the darkness, searching for something that you saw out of the corner of your eye. Of course, you weren't able to distinguish or understand what it was, but it still felt so tempting. I'm 28, I'm not a granddaddy. Lena was still reading the book without paying any attention to my presence. And I had no intention of asking her anything about this camp or this world in general. Beautiful night. Yes. How in the world would you start a conversation with her? I don't fucking know. Ask if she likes planes. I fucking don't know. It's late, I have to go. Yes, it's quite late. Good night. Night. Well, that was fucking awkward. There was something strange about this girl. At first glance, she is typically shy and modest pioneer girl, but the mystery of Lena took its own place in this massive list of mysteries about this camp, which I had started to put together in my head. That was so awkward. A lazy evening. There's nothing like a good time with nothing to do. Ooh. I headed towards Olga's cabin. The light on the cabin was on. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, here we go, buddy. Hello, Seaman. You were quite late. Yeah. Yeah, I went for a walk around the camp. Do you like this game? It's fun for now, I guess. Alright. You'll be sleeping here. She pointed her finger at one of the beds. Right here? I was a bit surprised. Yeah, is something wrong? We're out of free cabins today. Anyway, the camp leader smiled, but I rather think it was just out of politeness. You do want to be a decent pioneer, don't you? There was a clear emphasis on the word decent. Yep. Sure. I was lost in the thought for a moment. Don't you mind it, mademoiselle? She looked at me oddly. Why is he speaking French? She looked at me oddly, with surprise and some offense in her eyes. A pioneer should respect their elders. Shut the fuck up. Olga said strictly. She's 25. Of course he should. No one argues with that. I blathered, not realizing what was wrong. Shouldn't you also? She stared at me. Under such a gaze, even mithril forged by the best of dwarf masters from the deepest dungeon would melt. Should I what? What's up, Toots? Who says Toots? Who the fuck calls someone Toots? Hey, what's up, Toots? That's like from the 90s. Annoyance and lack of understanding made me raise my voice. Thank you for the bit, Raru. Me. Cool. Giga Chad. You must address adults appropriately. Yes, of course. There's a lot of strange things here. But this girl is just a couple years older than me. Or maybe even younger. But I decided not to argue. Well, just a few minutes ago, I would have called her an adult. I have to admit she was also given a strong character. And in any case, I wasn't in a position to argue. As you say, ma'am. I call people ma'am all the time. That's like super polite. I mumbled. That's much better. That's how a decent pioneer should conduct himself. And now it's time to sleep. Honestly speaking, I was going to become neither a decent nor an indecent pioneer. Just yesterday, I wasn't going to become a pioneer at all. But do I have a choice now? If you don't want to, we'll have to make you. This is the motto Olga was probably going to use. I climbed into bed and closed my eyes, only to realize how tired I was after today. Something hammered in my head awfully. As if my brain has started to night shift. And they seem to be aimed more at the rolling steel than working on something more sensitive. The bus flew through my mind. The pills. And the square with the monument. The canteen full of pioneers. And the malicious face of Eliana. Why this scene? Like, why? Why this scene? Why this scene, chat? Why this scene? Like, why? Why this one in particular? Slavia. Slavia. Lena. She's dog shit. Dog shit. And even recalling Alice didn't give me too much of a negative feeling. Alice is shit. What if I'm here for good?